morning, all. Suburban Sentinel here, coming to you once again from very deep inside the Arabian Peninsula. Welcome back to our mini-series on avoiding injury for preppers. This is part 3. In part 1, we talked about maintaining your mental focus. In part 2, we talked about physical conditioning. And today, we will talk about avoiding injury by wasting some money. So let's get into this. In my humble opinion, a good way of avoiding potential injuries is to spend lavishly on the very basic safety equipment. And what are we talking about? Things like protective eyewear, hearing protection, steel-toed boots, hard hats, and good sturdy gloves, preferably leather gloves. Why should we do this? Well, first, many injuries can be avoided just by using those basics. And what I do is I spend way too much money on this basic type of equipment. I buy much more of it than I would ever need. And the strategy is to make sure that those basics are always handy. I keep duplicates of basic safety equipment all over the place, like the house, the car, the shed, the office. You never know when you're going to get wrapped up into a minor project. It's a hedge against human nature. We tend to think, oh, I just have to do this one little thing. I'll be careful. I won't use the safety equipment. My stuff is back in my toolbox at the house. And the next thing you know, you get injured. So I think as human beings, we are just more likely to use the safety equipment that's at our easy disposal. A quick story about safety equipment and what inspired me to spend so lavishly on this type of gear. Many years ago, I have a friend who was a young eye surgeon at the time, and he was messing around with something on his car, and he was using a metal grinder, and he didn't have safety glasses handy. And again, human nature. So I'm just doing this one little quick job, and ironically, an eye surgeon, he got a metal splinter in his eye, and that ended his career. And that was extremely unfortunate. He could no longer practice surgery because of the damage to one of his eyes. Now, it wasn't a complete tragedy. He ended up doing very well with his life. He did a lot of charity work. He was well insured and all that business. And he did some very, very good things in his what turned out to be a non-paying career because he had good disability insurance. But it was unfortunate. All that knowledge and education and training and skill essentially went to waste because he was only an eye surgeon for a very few years. So I took a good lesson from that. And again, we all get lazy. I don't really need those gloves. It's just this minor thing. And next thing you know, you're in trouble with a busted up thumb or burned fingers or injuries to your eyes or whatever. So in conclusion, I think it's well worth it to spill some money on some safety equipment that you will probably never use. It could be money that is well wasted. That's all I have to say on the subject. Thanks for watching. This is the Suburban Sentinel. Please thumbs up, share, and subscribe if you like what you see. Questions, enlightening comments, and differing opinions are always welcome. Prep and be safe, everybody.